Hey, it's time for our new web segment, Post Show Chris. And today I thought was a really good show. The audience, you were awesome today. I mean, we had a not in my tweeter joke. We had great posts on the Facebook. But, of course, I goofed some stuff up. I promoted some things that I was going to talk about, and I didn't get to it. I just wanted to cover them real quick. Let's see. There was the new parking meters. They got brand new parking meters. They cost a ton of money. And I'll cover it more on tomorrow's show. But what I love is that these new smart meters, the city says, no, we're not going to manipulate the rates, because that's always the danger. Except for this quote from the questionnaire, it says, will the parking rates go up? And the city says, no, but it's easy enough for the city to reprogram meters to raise rates. Kind of convenient that they say they won't go up, but they reprogram them so they can make them go up. It says the city can also change rates or time limits depending on the time of day, or raise the rates during events. So in other words, when they find that it's, more people are demanding a parking space, in other words, when the parking spaces are more in demand, that would be in demand. It's after the show, and I'm ready to get to the bar. Anyway, when they see that the parking spaces would be more in demand, then that would raise their worth, so they could at any time just raise the parking at certain peak hours, which really is kind of an example of capitalism in a way. And it's interesting that government would fight against anyway, we'll talk about it on the show a little bit more tomorrow. Also, we had the Ted Rall story. This is kind of interesting. Ted Rall is I'm digging it up here for you. This is very similar to what it looks like during the show. Ted Rall, oh crap, I gotta find it. What did I do with it? Doggone it. This happens a lot during the show as well. Ted Rall is a cartoonist, and he has a very, very bad habit of drawing a lot of anti-American, evil kind of cartoon stuff. But at the same time, there are times when he is kind of funny and kind of, catchy. But Ted Rall has a new book out, and in the book, he's literally talking about a violent revolution. And what some would say, including myself, he seems to advocate having all these leftist, all these, what do we call them? I can't edit this, so now I'm going to really look like I'm a big spaz. Isn't that amazing? This is the problem with the whole post-show, Chris. But whatever, it's just me. We're hanging, right? So Ted Rall, in his latest BS, is now coming out and basically coming out as an advocate. I'm getting to it now and trying to fill of violent attacks. Here we go. Ted Rall says this, okay? We are here because the U.S. is going to end soon. There's going to be an intense, violent, probably haphazard struggle for control. It's going to come down to us versus them. The question is, what are you going to do about it? He's challenging these people. A war is coming, says Ted Rall. At stake are lives, the planet, freedom, living. The government, the corporations, and the extreme right are prepared to coalesce into an axis of evil. Are you going to fight back? Will you do whatever it takes? Here's the key phrase, including taking up arms. This from the leftist cartoonist. It's going to kind of be bizarre if of all people starting some kind of revolution, a cartoonist. Whacked. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff. We'll touch on it again tomorrow. But it's kind of interesting that, when you look at the history, the left really seems to be the violent ones. I mean, look at what happened during the RNC right here in the Twin Cities. They were the ones busting up buildings and breaking windows and attacking police officers on horses and things like that. But you noticed that at the DNC rally in Denver, you didn't see that. You know why? Because all the Republicans were selling buttons and bumper stickers and hats and making money, baby. That's what we do, business. Anyway, there you go. Is that it? Also two others. The caving has begun already a week after the election. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell says he has no opinion at this point on whether the Fed ought to buy $600 billion of its own debt. That's a horrible idea. And there's a Republican senator who wants to bring in a gas tax. So they're caving already. That's right. Tea Party. Tea Partiers, activate. There you go. Post show Chris.